Hi, I'm Ree from mummyof4.com. Welcome back to my channel and another house tour from us. This one is filmed 8 days after we've moved into our new home, which has been a full start to finish renovation project. And I've got so many different organisation bits to show you today and kind of storage hacks and things like that we've kind of implemented since moving in. So I really wanted to show you around again, including the laundry system that is all new, and just loads of really exciting things. So if you're new here, welcome. Please subscribe, hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 7 PM. As I just mentioned, we just moved house into our new home, which yes, we did during lockdown, but there is a video that I shall put down in the comments that you can watch, which explains how we did that and managed to sort of stay safe with social distancing and stay within the rules and that kind of thing. But anyway, we've since moved into our new home, so there's lots of content coming your way, all about getting your house organised and decluttered and ready for just making life easier, really. So let's take a look around and see what's changed from last. Laura's room hasn't changed massively since we were last in here, other than there's just a lot more of her stuff, including all of her school uniform, which I had this little unit thing last week, but I have actually sorted it in now, so you can see in each day for when they eventually go back to school, there's everything she needs to wear. So that's her, you know, pinafore and t-shirt, cardigan and everything, and then in there we've got vest and tights. But I have got a school hair station in my room, which I will show you in a second. So she's got more of her clothes over, all her dressing up stuff, and lots more toys and things generally. So let's move into another room where there are some more changes, shall we? Let's go to our bedroom. So all the big pile of rubbish on the floor is gone. That's all been put up the attic. We've got the proper TV and Apple TV and everything all plumbed in. These lights are Alexa'd up, as are the ones next to the bed now. So I can say, Alexa, turn Ree's bedside light on. There we go. And that does actually come on. So I mean, we could just turn them off and on with a switch, but it is quite nice to have them so I can kind of flick them all on and off from my phone. A few people have asked about which lights are they that are controlled by Alexa. It's not actually the light that's controlled by Alexa, it's the plug socket. So I will link those below. So we've just bought a big pack of the plugs. Anyway, moving on to the bed. I have changed the sheets to the white ones I bought, because if you remember before, I was delighted with the bed, but the sheets I bought just seemed wrong because they were kind of a bluey grey colour and it just wasn't sitting right with me. I think I'm preferring it much more with the white. What do you think, guys? I mean, I probably could have done with ironing them, but I just don't have time in my life to iron bedding. I've had quite a few questions from people looking for beds, asking what I think of this one, my honest opinion, and whether they should get one. Now, personally, I am loving it. This is from Arista Living. It's got a lovely padded headboard. We used to have a wooden headboard, and honestly, so nice having a padded headboard when you're leaning up against it in the mornings. But this has got to be my favourite bit about the bed. Look, you've got this, and look, it lifts up for all that storage, which I am starting to fill. I did have some more of these packing cubes delivered, which are brilliant. I will link those below to fill the rest of this area up, but I'm also going to use this. I'm going to leave some spare space in it. So when we do need to do things like buy Christmas presents or birthday presents, I think that's going to be a really good place to store them. So if you are interested in the bed or the bedding, I shall link that below in the description. Moving around here, and so far this is how I am storing my hair straighteners and my hair dryer. I probably need a neater solution than this, but this is doing the trick for the moment. I did actually decide to keep this little unit that was in Bella's room, because this is where I've put the children's school hair station. So I mean, these are just clips and things for putting hair out of faces for doing showering or whatever. In here, because the girls' uniform is navy and blue, we've got all these lovely hairbands and things, and I've clipped all of these. Honestly, I thought we were out of these things. During the move, this is how many navy baubles I found. Now, I like to keep baubles on a carabiner because that is a really neat way to keep them. Yeah, I was about to order more of those. Can you believe it? Got so many. There we go. I've even got thin ones too. So I'm going to keep them all here in our kind of hair station, and the girls can get dressed in their own rooms and come in here in the mornings when they start back to school, which is what we're preparing for, to have their hair done. Alexa, turn dressing table off. Thank you, Alexa. Okay, let's have a look in the bathroom now, shall we? So not a great deal has changed in here other than I did buy this grey step, which is really nice because we had the blue Toy Story one and the whole bathroom looked lovely, and then we had this bright blue thing. So quite pleased with that. Other than that, I will do a quick scan in case you've not seen previous videos. But I've got toothbrushes and things kept in there, and shampoos and toilet rolls and stuff. We've got cleaning products in here, so I can actually clean the bathroom when the mood takes me, when I'm in here. And then I've got toothpastes and things in here because my aim is to keep the sink area clear. So if I can manage that, I think we will be able to keep the bathroom nice and clean and tidy. Moving into Bella's room, which is totally swapped around since last week. You did see it swapped around actually if you watched my vlog where I was organising the house, but the bed was along this way and she didn't have as much space here over by the desk. And I feel like she didn't have as much floor space because there was a little unit the other side of the bed as well, so the bed was sort of in the middle of the wall. I think this works better. We also weren't going to be able to fit in her pink table and chairs, which she loves, so that has managed to come over now. And she's just got more of her kind of trinkety bits and pieces over here. Generally, it's all kind of coming together. And yes, I've organised Bella's uniform ready to go as well, and she's got a lot more clothes too. What I actually do is the girls, when they wear matching dresses, I store them together. So I've got the more summery matching dresses in here and I've got the more wintry matching dresses in there. But because I dress them in matching clothes each day, I just buy two of whatever I'm buying. It's far easier for me to grab the two of them at once to put them on, rather than go looking in Bella's room, looking in Zara's room to see where things are. Heading across now, oh, the airing cupboard. I've got something new to show you in here. Now, I did find this washing basket, which fits perfectly in this very small gap. I mean, there is a lid for it, which unfortunately the lid part doesn't work because this funny pipe's in the way, so we couldn't lift it up. But this is working as a washing basket, so quite pleased that I've got just a use for that dead space. Into William's room, and he's got more of his things across. Now we have made a decision on the bed that is arriving tomorrow, so we'll do a big reveal on next week's video, or perhaps if I vlog before that. But again, Will's got his uniform over his clothes. I think he only had about 3 t-shirts last week, bless him, but a lot of his stuff is now here and getting a bit more organised. As we head downstairs into the hall, we have actually filled up this unit. Now I know Calyx isn't for everybody, and this wall would probably look better with a different unit on it, but you can, if you have a look in here, you can see that these things are already full with their school bags and kit bags and swimming bags and all sorts of various things. So if we did not have this unit here, this would end up a big pile of bags dumped on the floor, which I'm sure you'll agree would be far less attractive. Into the downstairs shower room. We've now finally got a toilet roll holder, woohoo! And I don't know, this might not excite you as much as it excites me, but I've sorted the things in this cupboard into baskets that can easily be pulled out, and I've labelled them. These are little chalk labels, so you can wipe off. You get a chalk pen, and they're like blackboard labels. And I have been going to town labelling things, so I'll link those below as well. I'm quite pleased with those. And yeah, I just think it's much easier to pull out that toiletry thing to helps if people actually put things in the toiletry thing, but it helps it if you can pull that out to see what's at the back, especially when you've got a long, narrow, thin cupboard. It also makes cleaning the cupboard easier because you can just pull it all out, give a little wipe over, and then put it back easily. We like to be able to see what we've got, don't we? Let's go and have a look in the teenager's room. The teenager now has a desk and thinks I'm too embarrassing. Sorry, darling. Mummy will go soon. I don't think this bed had come over last week either. There is a headboard which is currently in Will's room to go there, which we will bring down before tomorrow when his new bed arrives. I have ordered some floating shelves to go here, and his TV still needs to go up there. We still need big sliding wardrobe doors to cover all this. All this was recycled from our old house to turn into sort of inner wardrobe storage. So all of this will be for his hanging and things, and perhaps here as well. And then we're going to put a big long rail across the top to store things like off-season coats, because in our last house each of the children had some sort of communal stuff stored in each of their rooms, which we found really handy. Things like, I don't know, suits and coats and just various things we don't need all the time every day. So that's what that's going to be, and all that's going to be hidden with big slidey doors, but we need to source those and order them, and lockdown is just making everything that a little bit more difficult. Heading out through here, it's a little bit less of a tip under here. We brought some of this over and plonked it under there for now. I don't think this is a permanent storage solution for under the stairs, but it will do for now. By the way, if you can hear a lot of noise in the background, that is my middle two doing their karate lesson. So these coats, some of these need to be slimmed down and put into the teenager's room when that big rail goes up, because we really only need one coat at a time under the stairs. But under here, we've just got a box of shoes each, because otherwise there'd be shoes everywhere. And obviously there's still a lot of building stuff and tools and bags and things, because we are still emptying stuff over from the old house. We only moved 8 days ago, and obviously we're still bringing a lot of stuff over because we're having to do almost all of the move ourselves because of the lockdown. So this isn't a permanent solution, but it's certainly doing for now. Still a load of stuff there that needs to be sorted too. Into the laundry area. Now this is all quite different. So we've got the washing machine and the tumble dryer, and it's held together by this kit thing, which has also got the facility to pull that out. So I can pull drying out and sort it and fold it on there, and that makes me really, really happy. The other thing I've got, which will make some of you excited, it makes me excited. Some of you might think I'm just sad, but I've got this, which I'm keeping on top of the dryer, which is a fluff bin, because one of the banes of my life, and I know this is a very silly problem, but I'm sure I spent loads and loads of wasted hours in my life collecting the fluff in my last house and then going to find a bin to put it in, because I didn't have a bin in my laundry room. And now, ta-da! That's where it's going. Because you are supposed to empty that fluff filter every time you do drying, so it's not a fire hazard. And now I can. So I'll link that below as well, because that makes me happy. So my new system is everything comes out of the washing machine and either goes into the dryer if it's tumble dryable, or it comes out across to here and gets hung up. So these are wet clothes. There is a radiator there. So these are drying clothes. So they kind of dry in shape. We did have a hanging rail in the airing cupboard in the last house, and it was just a godsend, but it wasn't in with the washing machines and things. So this is great because it just keeps it all in one place. And then everything that comes out of the dryer goes into one of these boxes. So we've got one for my husband, myself, and then the 4 children. And all of this is going to be hidden again by sliding doors, but we haven't organised those yet. So it might look a bit messy, but you know, all that's going to be hidden. And then these are so exciting, honestly. Look at this. This is a fold away, wall mounted ironing board. I'm again, I'm a bit too excited about this, honestly. And we had the iron already, but this is an iron like mount thing. So I always sort of worry about where to put the iron after it's been used, just to sort of keep it safe from the children and not burn anything. And now I've got this. Look, how cool is that? Which I'm going to try and do with one hand because I'm holding the camera. But ta-da! So other than the doors, we're sort of getting to where we need to be with this kind of laundry room system. And I've also still got a space for putting this, which is, it's an old nappy bucket, which I kind of store wet things in, so hand towels or wet wipes, or Zara does have one cloth nappy a day because she has one at night, and they all go in there before washing. The other thing I've got is this. I've actually got one upstairs and one downstairs because I am only 5'4", and for reaching things like way up there, I need to stand on that. So that has been super helpful. It does fold away flat quite easily as well. I haven't found a place for this yet, which is my hand steamer. I guess I'm not going to need it in here really if I've got the iron that's sort of super easy to use and accessible at all times. But this is good for when you go away, like a travel steamer thing, for steaming creases out of things quite easily. But I don't know whether to leave that somewhere in here as well. Not sure. Now into my office area. So my desk is pretty much as it was last week. I've put the children's home learning, their little classroom corner over there for now. Now this was a bit of a mess up because this used to be in Will's room in the old house. And I thought in my silly head, it would fit here and go behind the slidey doors and just be a bit more storage for folded towels and such. But it turns out I had not measured it and that's too wide. So I don't know where that's going to end up, but for now, as we are homeschooling, this has become a homeschool station. So we're not going to need this forever, and I don't know where I'll put it. I'll put it somewhere else. And in fact, any of these that are surplus, then I will donate to the school. So if you're ever getting rid of furniture and toys and things, always ask your child's school, because our school are always really, really grateful for things. So the children have got a folder each for their home learning. So they are there. This is all the kind of upcoming work and workbooks and things. These are their sketchbooks and things like that. And then these are just filing for me for things that the children's certificates and things. So for now, and obviously the printer's getting a bit of hammering too, this will stay there. It's not ideal. And we still obviously need to box in this boiler with some sort of cupboard. But again, that's not massively urgent. But for now, that can stay there just while this whole homeschool craziness is going on. Into the lounge, and quite a lot's sort of changed in here really. I can't remember where I had the sofa last week. We've had it there, we've had it over there, and I'm really glad we didn't order what we were going to do, which is an L-shaped sofa for this room, and we just brought this one over from the old house because eventually I want sort of like a greyish sofa. And I originally thought L-shape, but since the children, we've been doing, you know, Zoom classes with karate and ballet and things, we've been pushing it back out the way. It's been quite nice to move it around. So maybe rather than having an L shape, and we need to find somewhere to put the vacuum cleaner as well, rather than having an L shape, maybe we are better off with having 2 or even a 3-piece suite, because the table will eventually go out to the extension when that's built, and then we could sort of configure it differently. So I don't know, what are your thoughts? I'm steering away from L shape for now. Since last week, in fact, I had them delivered in my vlog tonight. I had this tablecloth delivered because we did have a black one, which was looking a bit sad and scabby. I'm not sure this is exactly the right colour, if it's a bit greeny, but it'll do for now. And it was only about £8, so bargain, it doesn't really matter. And I'm quite pleased with these chair covers, which have covered up my rather tatty looking black chairs and really made them kind of tie in with the room a whole lot better. And out in the garden, you can see we have brought over some of our garden furniture, which is all fallen over. And my husband has actually put up a new fence over there, which is quite nice. So, and the tree house has come over too. So the grass needs a bit of TLC, I think. We need to do some stuff for the patio and things, but that's all kind of coming together. Into the kitchen. I did have, that did say home sweet home, and my teenager got at it, which charming. What else is new in here? Let's take a look. Oh, I tell you what's new in here. My pans. Do you remember me saying that because we moved in sort of at quite short notice, I hadn't ordered any induction pans and none of my pans were going to work? Well, my pans arrived, which I did share on stories on Instagram actually. But this was the only thing that I was able to bring with me that was going to work on the induction hob. So I've had to buy this new wok, which I'm actually really thrilled with. And I bought a set of these John Lewis saucepans as well. I think there were 5 in that set. So I've got 1, let's have a look. 1, oh, this came with us as well, obviously, because that doesn't need to go on the hob. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 saucepans. And they are beautiful quality, so I'm really, really pleased with those. And it means I can actually make dinner without, you know, struggling. The other thing I've bought this week, which I'm quite excited to try, is this pizza stacker thing, because we've got 2 ovens, but when, as a family of 6, we have pizza, we cook 4 pizzas. I bought this to try. And you take all the other shells out of the oven and you just put this in. So hopefully that will be the answer to cooking more pizzas. So even if you don't normally need 4 pizzas in your house, but you could cook, you know, lots of different things on that. It doesn't have to just be pizzas. I thought that is kind of cool. So I will try it and report back, but I'll also link it below if you think you need one. But certainly there may be times in your life where you do need to cook 4 pizzas. Perhaps it's because you've got company coming over, but for a family of 6, that's kind of just a standard meal for us. So it is coming together. We still have so much I want to do. There's still lots of things over in our old house that we're bringing over slowly. I think most of the furniture's done, but the things. So stay tuned over the next few weeks as we really try and pull this house together and make it into our home. So in upcoming videos, we're going to be looking a lot more at organisation, a lot more hacks, a lot more kind of inside cupboards, about how to sort things and how to find things just to make your life easier. Thank you so much for watching. If you have liked this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe, hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 7 p.m. If you want to catch my latest video, it's just across here, and for another video that I'm sure you'll like from my channel, it's just down here. See you guys soon.